Hi guys, just a quick review here for you. This is a memoir of the 45 by Johnston. So this book is basically the diary, the memoirs of Johnston, who was aide-de-camp to Lord George Murray during the 1745 Jacobite uprisings in Britain. As you can see, it's a nice old book here, nice sort of design with the thistle there. So I picked this up for bargain, really, £10, which is pretty good for one of these folio sort of books. Came with a little dust jacket there. From actually a nice old sort of medieval bookstore in Lewes, actually, while I was visiting my friends. But yeah, the book itself is actually really interesting. So because it's a memoir of a particular individual, it goes through his journey throughout the uprising, like from the beginning when he joined. He didn't join initially when Prince Charlie actually landed. He basically joined after that. And then it goes on, through all the battles like Prestonpans, Falkirk, Culloden, of course. And it actually, but Culloden's about three-quarters of the way through. And then after that, it's basically him trying to escape the Highlands and get back to Edinburgh initially, and he goes sort of abroad from there. But I won't spoil it in case you do want to read this. Of course, being based on history, is yeah. If you know about the uprising, you know how it ends. But it's very interesting to get an idea of like a contemporary account of as to what's going on, and a lot of the language and the way people talk about particular people and stuff is very much of its time, including somewhat, obviously, sort of some unflattering sort of things about people of a different race, which I was quite surprised to actually read in this, to be honest, because not really a major theme that goes with the 45. But anyway, yeah, so really interesting. It's very sort of like yeah, like very rakish. There's a lot of sort of adventure, a lot of interesting things about how people live in the period as well, which I really enjoyed reading. There's actually some notes as well, being a diary. There's a few things which aren't exactly accurate, and there's been sort of told from a particular perspective, and these are sort of amended in the notes by the publisher, the editor. Sort of like, for example, casualties being sort of like exaggerated in both ways. They're actually noted at the bottom, the actual real casualties, as opposed to the actual sort of like accounts that you read throughout the book. But yeah, also another interesting thing is like the characters, and like obviously it's, as far as I'm aware, and assume that they are real people, for the most part real people. Yeah, some really interesting characters from both sides, and it really goes to show the complexity of the war itself. And it wasn't a a war of nations as such, and it was dynastic, and for the average sort of Joe, as it were, they didn't really fully understand as to what was going on or what side to join. It was very much circumstance which brought you into a particular army. But yeah, no, it's very good. So I enjoyed reading it. It's very interesting, particularly from a historical point of view. Would definitely recommend if you can find it. I'm not too sure. There's got a wee map in the front and back, actually, of like the battles, and let's have a look, see who published this, maybe you can find it. So edited and introduction by Brian Rawson, Folio Society London. So yeah, if you can find this one, it's definitely worth a pick up. So that's that one there. Yeah, if you have read it, let us know what you think. But yeah, I do rate this one very good.